Access control. Now today's topics is access control. What is access control? You are fully aware regarding the access control. Access control is defined as restriction or denial of access to a place or other resources involving physical as well as informal security. Access control gives organization the ability to monitor, restrict, exercise control and protect resource availability, integrity and confidentiality within. So now our access control is the first point of entry to any of the works. That's why if you sum up, we are having a formula for access control: allow to gain entry of the authorized / right person / vehicle / materials. Why it is? Sometimes it is a person, sometimes vehicle, sometimes materials. Similarly, just opposite, deny the entry of unauthorized persons, vehicles or materials. Now from here you can distinguish the access control and who has to get access to your works. If he is not authorized, he should be restricted at the point of entry so that there is no chance of any mishap in our workplace. Access control for operations, we are having some physical access control. This can be achieved by interaction of the humans such as security guard, security staff, receptionist, front office personnel, and also using mechanical means like locks and keys. It is very common in our old security system. We are following this, but now security scenario has changed. That's why we are coming to electronic method. In this process, a person or a vehicle is stopped by the security guard at the access point of any premises to either let in or let away. It is very clear. In this operation, the disadvantages are as follows. By this manually, it is slow process, prone to human error. Sometimes there may be error by our guards. Difficult to handle large volume of traffic. When there is timing out, people will be gathered and jam the gate. It will be very problem for controlling by our security staff. Electronic access control. Now we are in the aid of electronics, we are using for access control. Process involves the use of computer, electronic sensors and biometric devices to impose the process. It allows to person or vehicle based on the verification of credentials stored in the database of system. The system also monitors access control points or doors and sounds alarm in case of forced entry or tailgating attempt to detect. It means now our system for easy movement and for easy flow, we are getting the help of electronic access control. So here biometric is one of the leading access control system. As you are aware, in Aadhaar card we done the biometric. Biometric beauty is that there is a fingerprint. I am coming to next slide. Tungsten, form of gate which designed to allow only one person at a time. These are extensively used in metros, malls, amusement park, multiplex, airports, museum, etc. This turnstile, we can regulate the traffic or regulate the inflow one by one. There is no chance of mingling or jamming or a group or rush into the workplace. By turnstile, we can check individually. Now this is waist height turnstile up to waist level. Second one is full height turnstile. Then flip bar, which is most commonly used in our metros. Next is biometric. Is the product of science and technology that measures and analyzes biological data of human body such as fingerprints. Finger vein recognition, facial patterns, eye retinas, voice patterns, etc. for identification and authorization and records purpose. This biometric is used extensively in India by UID, also known as Aadhaar. Now fingerprint. It is God gifted. No two fingerprints are matched. Even the two fingerprints never match. Now by the aid of fingerprints, we can record in a CD of the respective persons on biometric. When the fingerprints match, the entry point will be open, then the gentleman will get access to his workplace. Otherwise, there is no scope to get. This is the beauty of biometric. Now, boom barrier spikes. It is mostly used for the regulating. Now, you see vehicle access control equipment. Now, vehicle flow is in works. Lot of vehicles, that is with the load, with the passengers vehicle, individual driving vehicle. In our tolls, we are find this type of boom barrier spikes. The boom barrier generally, when the formula of access control allows the right person or vehicle, when the vehicle is okay, the boom will be straight upward and vehicle will get in. Similarly, the spikes, second one, it is in the most sensitive areas like in embassy, etc., or in some of the defense establishment where this type of spikes are used. Generally, it is flat and zero level with the ground. When there is some danger, it is automatically, and the spikes will be protruded and the tire can get burst. That is the theory in these spikes. Now, security bollard road blocker. Now, this bollard is commonly used in some of the office premises also, and with the boom bar. If the vehicle is to allowed or get in, the bollard will be automatically separated and the boom will be upwards and the vehicle will get ingress into the premises. There is another road blocker. Sometimes for the police fellow or in the check post, this type of blockers are used so that the vehicle could not run or flee with the booties. Now this is again surface barrier, like a space barrier. Mostly this is in our defense establishment, embassies and high sensitive zones in atomic energy, space, etc. This type of methods are using for obstructing the unauthorized vehicle or which takes any wrongdoing to get entry by clandestine way. Situation faced during access control. Our guards sometimes face these types of problem. Access control operations at any premises may lead to difficult situation due to various reasons requiring tact and professionalism from security personnel in diffusing the situation. Now, access control, when people are getting entry, sometimes they are inviting trouble, sometimes abusing, sometimes that leads to a spark and leads to stoppage of work also. Sometimes lost, expired and defaced I-card, these are the common factor. Sometimes the I-card has already over, but they have not changed or not corrected. Forged, tempered and unauthorized identity cards, superstitious entry, impersonation and forced entry. It is one of the important part. Sometimes in groups they get to force entry. Tailgating, queuing and crowd formation and aggressive behavior. Visitors expecting preferential treatment mainly for parking space. The visitors seek preferential treatment for parking, violating the traffic management. Now sometimes our parking space is specified for our officials, but sometimes visitors also requested to get benefit from security to park in the officials' parking place. That is not allowed. If it will be allowed, then other may point out and it is inviting trouble during access control at gates. Now, access control has related with anti-sabotage checking. Anti-sabotage checking is ASC. The aim of anti-sabotage checking is to prevent wrongful entry of persons, vehicle and materials inside the premises, deny prohibited or restricted articles intended to be carried inside by wrongful means in clandestine way. Now for this anti-sabotage checking, that is a search, we have to search where? These are the types of search: personal search, vehicle search, baggage search, and material search. A person is accessing to a works, his personal has to be searched. Similarly, vehicle is getting in, the vehicle should be searched. He is carrying some baggage, some office bag, etc., that has to be searched. Similarly, what are the materials taking inside, that has to be searched. Now, prohibited items. These are generally listed items like weapons, firearms, ammunitions, explosive, banned chemicals, inflammable materials such as petrol, kerosene, oil, gas cylinder, etc. Now, these are the prohibited items. This should not supposed to be at any works by anyone. Unauthorized restricted items. These are mostly restricted or unauthorized declared by the organizations, and that is laid in the gate. These items are forbidden by organization policies and instruction, which may include mobile sets, laptops, hard disks, cigarette, lighter, sharp edge, tools, property, and other materials. Now, in IT sector, we are not allowing the mobile set, laptops, hard disks, etc., because that may copy it, that may be stealing of documents or any information. Similarly, cigarette, lighters, etc. is not allowed in any of the oil industry. Sharp edge tools, property, and other materials, this also not allowed while on board in flight. In ASC means anti-sabotage, our security staff should be more vigilant about their personal belongings. This means since we are on the job, we are checking to others. Before that, we should check ourselves so that nobody can do some mischievous on our body, on our material. For safer side, they should check their own baggages and belongings before start of duty. They should ensure that no one tamper with their luggage, boots of cars, two-wheelers, cycles, etc. Either personal or official should be checked and always kept locked. At all time, one should be aware of one's surroundings, to which anything amiss, out of context, or placed in awkward or unnecessary position. There is no hard and fast rule in the matter, but underlying emphasis should be on eliminating unauthorized object. Visual AC should be conducted, electrical points, fixtures, and also electric items like computer, Xerox machine, and telephone. It means these are the important place where the mischievous fellow can do something. That's why we should be safer side by checking our workplace first, then check to others. Now, these are the equipments. It is handheld metal detector, generally we are called HHMD. At the access point, we are checked the physical checking of personnel and belongings through this handheld metal detector. Now, this is door frame metal detector. When you are passing to any workplace, we are generally find this type of door frame metal detectors are placed. In this, there is some sensor. By that, beeping sound will be there, and our security guard can monitor by seeing the beeping sound as well as the sensor. Now, this is undersurge mirror, or generally we call trolley mirror. For any vehicle getting in, we are searching through this so that any hidden thing should be inside the vehicles that can be detected by this type of trolley mirror. Now, this is XBIS, X-ray baggage inspection system or scanner. Generally we are using in our metros, airports, shopping malls, and most of the embassies, etc. Now, this overhead mirror, that is for the any protruded in the overhead. Suppose in your hoods of the truck or any hooch of a building, it can be seen. Now, computer, it is one of the modern aid in our security system. Now, explosive detecting. This is one of the explosive detector by which we can detect the explosive. Again, police dog. The dog has a nature gift. The dog is having the smell power by which they can find any narcotics, explosive, etc. by smelling power. Now, similarly, we are having the surveillance. Surveillance means watching something. In the modern day scenario of all-round development, intense use of technology has been made to ensure foolproof, made the present security system and method more efficient and highly successful, incorporating effective use of technology based on security and surveillance equipment. It is man-made electronic gadgets. It is important to security guard in conversation with such systems. Now, we already discussed about the access control and anti-sabotage checking, and we are using in the aid of some of the tools. These tools in other way we can call as a psychological deterrent. Why psychological deterrent? When any people are try to get entry by clandestine way, they may feel some fear. When we are traveling in a train without ticket, after seeing the TT, we are giving nervous, sweating like that. That is a psychological deterrent. Similarly, in our security system also, these all are psychological deterrent which has good impact for the wrongdoers, and by that, by our professionalism, by our knowledge, we can detect at the point of entry by this anti-sabotage checking. Now you are aware that assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. Why the Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in Sriperumbudur near Chennai? Because the Sri Lankan, they are welcoming by garlanding. In that garland, they hide out IEDs, improvised explosive device. On those days, we are not generally aware of that, and while welcoming by garlanding, it was burst and Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated. From there, it is an eye-opener for the security people. Nowadays, we are having anti-sabotage checking in each and every point. Again, people in other side, the criminals or the saboteurs, the terrorists, they are more brainy than us, and there is a fight between the other side, so that we should be more vigilant in our day-to-day work, so that there should not be any nook or any laxity, so that it can invite lot of troubles in our works, which is again loss to our nation, or we are losing the national security. You should be very, very careful in your access control and anti-sabotage checking. That is the first point of entry. By gaining entry in clandestine way, the individual or the mischief, they can do so many things.